It is that time of the show when we say hello to our own personal happiness guru, and I'm talking about none other than Reverend Greg Dorst, the senior minister at the Claremont Center for Spiritual Living. So, Greg, I wanted to ask you, so often we delude ourselves about our lives and the way we live them. We're just not honest with ourselves. How do we cut through that kind of negative clutter and perception?
Well, Ron, you're right about that. You know, truth is kind of an interesting subject. We lie to ourselves, studies have shown, up to 30% of the time. And that's not just the little unconscious or subconscious lies we tell ourselves, you know, that have popped up because of our upbringing or because of relationships that we've had with our parents or teachers or friends that say things like, I'm not good enough, you know, I'm not good looking enough, I'm not a good enough conversationalist. Those little lies that we tell ourselves are deep within us. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of work that has to be done to deal with those. But we also lie to ourselves at another level that's very interesting. You know, we tell ourselves that we're unopinionated, we're non-judgmental, that we're nice to everybody. And so we end up doing things like not telling people the truth when they ask us a question that requires us to give an opinion that we have of something. And so we enter into those kind of tacit agreements where we will not tell the truth about something. And sometimes that's a good thing because it spares people's feelings, but most of the time we just get in the habit of lying.
And you know, it's interesting because I've always pondered the difference between the white lie and the purposeful knowing lie. Mm-hmm. And I wonder how much of it ties back to intent.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody who is really consciously aware wants to hurt anybody. You know, because the truth can be very brutal. You know, we all know the little child that pulls her mommy's skirt and says, in the store, and says, "Mommy, that woman is fat." I mean, that's truly brutal. The child doesn't know any better,
right? But
it is the truth as well. So what do you say to the child? You know, you turn around and say, "Don't say that." Well, I don't know if there's a better way to deal with that or not. But we started at an early age not being able to say things that you might be calling little white lies. Mm-hmm. You know, we lie about people's appearances, about the way we feel about the things that they've done all the time.
Mm-hmm. So that's something that we need to build an awareness of and listen to what's going on in our heads and strive for a little more honesty.
I think there's a middle ground there, Ron. I think that we can be honest and we can also not be brutal. You know, I think that what we can do is find the goodness in what it is that we see about one another, and we can talk about that. We can have a genuine conversation about that.
Find the goodness. I like that. Don't go away. We will be right back.